Stephanie Atkin, thank you very much for being here. Stephanie is the Vice President of Marketing at Dwolla. Dwolla is one of those companies that has been moving millions around the world, and she started doing marketing. Then she studied also public administration, and I'm not wrong. I don't know if it's at Drake University, but she will confirm us. But she was head of marketing first at Dwolla, and she changed it to. She's been also upgraded herself as vice president. She worked before at Workia, and she's from there, based on Iowa, Des Moines. How is the weather today at Iowa?
Oh, it is beautiful in Des Moines, Iowa. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate the opportunity to talk about my marketing journey, but also some of the best practices that we've learned along the way at Dwolla. My first job in marketing was 19 years ago. And, it was a promotions assistant position. And that means you do a little bit of everything. I think that I have probably done every marketing position there is and continue to do every marketing position today. I came into the office at 7:30 this morning and helped put away 300 t-shirts. That's a part of marketing. It's something that everyone has to pitch in and do. As I think of marketing impact to the business, to the company, we are really here to help support and increase visibility. We are a partner with our sales organization. We are a partner with the organization as a whole. We want to increase visibility of the amazing products that we produce, the amazing innovations that our customers are creating, and really help create a community of our users and our clients. That way they feel supported. And so I'm very happy to talk a little bit about how we view marketing at Dwolla.
Well, you said already one word that I think it's a magic word, and it's called community. And I think if you can tell me, well, first of all, what Dwolla would do for anyone, and then
Absolutely.
Tell me about the community, because it's something that we really get.
Of course. Dwolla was founded in 2008. And in 2010, Dwolla launched a consumer app. It was a consumer app in which any person, you or I, could download this app from the App Store, load money into a digital wallet, and then I can go pay for my coffee at the coffee shop via this mobile app. In 2010, this was very innovative technology. Shortly thereafter, Dwolla was invited to participate in the Federal Reserve Steering Committee. And then we were also included on the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and we helped build the global ledger for their Mojo Loop project. Looking at our first application in 2010 to where we are now, we have made a really important focus on helping serve other businesses. And so we provide the underlying technology for businesses to move money. And so what does that mean? It means instead of us being that app in which people use to pay for their coffee at the coffee shop, we power the businesses to build that app and move it. We're behind the scenes. We're an API now. We have millions of end users who are moving billions of dollars every single month throughout our payments infrastructure. And so as we take a look at where we're continuing to go and grow, our clients are some of the most innovative companies in the world. An example might be Rally Road, in which Rally Road offers fractional ownership of classic blue chip cars. We help move the money for Rally Road. And so we're looking at what are some of the needs of our existing clients and how can we help them? And we're making those connections, not only between payments providers, but maybe they also need other services. And so we're starting to create this ecosystem within the payment space, and that really helps benefits our clients.
I love, and could it be, and what we were talking before, could it be OKRs? And it's funny, yeah? Intel was a moment that they were going to go as like, they're going to do computers, and they decided, could it be you guys decided to be an API instead of really going for the app?
Of course. I'd hate to credit OKRs for the strategic decision that we made a few years ago, but I will say we introduced OKRs almost 2 years ago. And so from an organizational lens, it's the leadership team that really helps set that. What is that company level OKR? That is important for every single person in the organization to understand. This is our objective, and this is really where we want to go by the end of the quarter. And how can we measure it? It's important that when we set these objectives, that they are very much, we can say, yes, we hit it, or we did not hit it, or we totally knocked that out of the ballpark. And then empowering each team, like the marketing team, to work with our peers, to, like the sales organization, and say, okay, if our company goal is here, how can marketing and sales work together? I think that there tends to be, in some organizations, a friction between marketing and sales. And I think that OKRs has changed it from a friction to like, I love working with the sales team. We are a partner. And so how marketing interacts with our OKRs, one of our primary OKRs is actually around the creation of opportunities. And that's something that's typically done within a sales organization. You know, it's not just, I'm going to worry about the leads over here, but I care about creating high value opportunities for our sales team. And so that would be one way in which OKRs have really helped the marketing and sales team say, look, I'm not just going to throw things over the fence and then you do what you need to do. We're going to work together and identify the highest, most qualified number of opportunities, because I only succeed if our sales team succeeds. And so that's one way in which OKRs have really helped unite the marketing and sales team.
I love it. And just for everyone to understand, OKRs is objective key results. And just before we were talking, Stephanie, they have been implementing it at Dwolla for a long time, well, 2 years, which I think it's beautiful. And I don't think here in Spain we are doing the way, and I think it's such an important tool. It's basically explain to everyone, but because I think it's going to sound nicer if from your side.
Of course, of course. Each team really has ownership to help support the company-wide objective for that quarter. And so the teams work in identifying, okay, if the marketing objective is to drive opportunities, how can our demand gen team identify what are OKRs that work for our demand gen team to help support that top level marketing team objective of increasing the number of opportunities, as well as our creative services team. They are also empowered to say, okay, we write content and we leverage our thought leaders to help write that content, which is generating additional lead generation. What type of content can we create that will help create additional awareness? Maybe it is gated content. Maybe it is written by our thought leaders and it's a white paper. And so every team, whether it's creative services, our demand gen team, or even our events team, each one is in alignment with the activities that we're doing. They should help drive the success of the entire marketing team together in hitting that number in partnership with our sales team. I will say though, I feel incredibly fortunate in which our sales leader, our vice president of sales, Brooke, is phenomenal. And we work together like this. And so I've definitely been in those scenarios where it's like, I need more leads. And, you know, marketing goes, close the ones we gave you. And so it really is great when you have a partner and you feel like you're in it together and have those honest conversations about what we need to do to help to continue to drive the business forward.
I love it. How big is Dwolla in terms of people, if I can ask?
Yeah, we're just over 100 team members.
Okay, that's a lot of people. And how big is the marketing department and sales department? That's question one. And the second one I'm throwing is, do you have like a boiler room type of thing, like 10 guys calling like crazy? It's like, come on guys, we're end of the quarter, let's close the deal. There is no coffee for sales.
Oh gosh, no. So the marketing team is 10 team members, but I'll share, that's 10 full-time employees. We also have 3 amazing interns that over the summer, they helped so much throughout the entire summer that when they went back to school, it was like, oh my gosh.
Well, who's going to do that?
Exactly. And It is everyone contributes. Our interns run full projects in which they're able to put in their portfolio. And we hire our interns not with the objective of, all right, here's a summer. Like, we want to keep you. We want you to come back. And our goal is to actually transition them into a full-time employee. We want to provide them with as much benefit and career growth from the moment they join the Dwolla team, not just for this semester. And so then I take a look at the sales team, and there are approximately 10, and I probably should have this exact number as well. And we don't have a call room, but we do really support and enable them to help with the business development that they need, as well as supporting, enabling them at every stage through that opportunity, whether it is the discovery stage or the close stage. It's funny, I always talk with the marketing team. We have a lot of customers throughout the organization that need things from the marketing team, but our number one customer is our sales team. And if they need something, then we are here to help support them. If we were to put our objective on the marketing, our objective is to support, enable the sales team. And that key result is increase the number of opportunities in their pipeline.
I love it. I like this. And how is it? And it's funny, from marketer to marketer, we do a lot of, I'm more sales guy than a marketer, but I had to learn a little bit. How about social selling? How good are you guys implementing? Is it part of the marketing department or is it part of the sales department?
Like every good partnership, it's both.
Oh, good one. I love it. I love it.
Of course. We can't do this alone. We have to do it together. And so there are things that we do to help enable the sales team. One is we really want to make sure that they have very valuable content to share. Also, we do have a fairly healthy social following. And so as we take a look at our core audience, they are on Twitter. And so we leverage that. Also LinkedIn, we make sure that as we have new content and new stories, our customer stories are really a core part of our marketing. Because we are an API, it's sometimes abstract and hard to understand what is it that we do. And so we leverage our customers as a way to showcase how they are able to build on top of the Dwolla platform. And so we make sure that we have a healthy pipeline of new content, new relevant content that the sales team can leverage. And then if they need any support, we fully support them in ensuring that they have LinkedIn tools as well as social tools to engage in conversations in the payment space. If they have a question and they don't know the answer to, and they're getting it over Twitter, we will find that answer for them.
I love it. And you mentioned two social medias, which Twitter and LinkedIn. What about, do you do anything on Instagram and Facebook?
So Instagram is primarily around, our audience there is primarily around hiring and recruitment. We leverage that medium primarily to showcase who we are. It's interesting when you go to a website and the first thing that you want to understand is, okay, is this a product for me? Yes. Well, we look at Instagram as, is this a place I actually want to work? And so how can we continue to share the amazing stories of our employees who have helped build the company and who are truly innovative in new and exciting ways? So that's primarily how we use Instagram in a visual context.
I love it because we try to use everything for acquisition. I mean, this is so smart. And I guess you had fundings, and when you have fundings, recruiting is one of a very important, difficult, and expensive part, which I think.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. It's one thing to say, we're an amazing company, we believe in diversity and inclusion. It's another thing to link those words with action. And to not just say those things on a website, but how can we show we truly believe that our core belief is inclusion fuels innovation? How can we show that? And so we do a lot of initiatives in the local community that we talk about on our employee blogs or that we share through Instagram. And it truly is linking those words with action. As a marketer, we often put up these really fancy words. What does it mean? And we really want to show you that we are not just saying this, but we are actually believe it and we do this.
I love it. And what about Facebook and LinkedIn?
So LinkedIn is primarily leveraged for what a lot of positions. So recruitment again, as well as we are in the payments industry. We have over 10 years of experience in thought leadership, and we are the ACH experts. So we leverage that platform to share our domain expertise, as well as highlighting our customers and highlighting who our clients are. Because we do have a fairly large reach, how can we extend that positivity into what our clients are looking for? And so oftentimes it's really just an extension of the marketing power that we're able to offer our clients.
And Facebook.
So Facebook is definitely one in which we leverage from a recruitment standpoint, as well as, I wouldn't say it's necessarily a higher on acquisition, but it is like we do share a lot of different messages just for general awareness.
It's good for us. It's funny because we started Facebook as a fun with the growth marketing group, and it was just growing in a way of let's give value to the community, let's enjoy, and it has been so useful. Actually, it was the group's fan page 0. I mean, I think we just did, unless you pay a fortune, fan page is not useful. And then what we did is, one of them is we recommended everyone in the company to have a Facebook like we would have a LinkedIn. And then we share and we talk, but the groups works, at least for us, much better than it works for LinkedIn. LinkedIn groups hasn't worked. I don't know if you have an experience on that.
So not necessarily with Facebook groups. However, every year, Dwolla has an event called Monetary. And Monetary is an event that we host in Des Moines. And it really is a way for us to continue to feed that ecosystem. We are a small tech company. We know what it was like to be a startup. We also recognize that a lot of our clients are startups. So every year, the week before Memorial Day weekend, I believe it's May 21st and May 22nd next year, we host a gathering. Oh, excellent. We host a gathering of thought leaders, startup CEOs, founders, and we bring the community together in a way to talk about best practices in growing their company and scaling their business. And we bring in people who have done it. An example of one of our speakers last year, we had the CEO of Cloudflare. They just recently for their S1 for an IPO. Matthew Prince was speaking with, had a nice fireside chat with our CEO, Ben Milne, talking about what it takes to grow and scale your company, and then providing intimate experiences where you can connect with these people, as well as bringing in VCs. And so day 2, we had an opportunity for over 15 VCs to connect with startups who are looking for funding. And it really was a sense of building that community and feeding it in a much more holistic lens than, like, the benefit to Dwolla is we are a feeder. Also, we want to help support our ecosystem. We're all stronger together. So let's take these tips and tricks and share them. That way we don't have to waste time and money on things that aren't working. So I very much support the let's share this and be stronger together.
Wow, Stephanie, it's funny, you are so good, guys, because you're actually helping your your startups to find fundings, because then if they have money, they're going to use you even more. And it's such a good way of helping them grow, and then they will grow with them.
Yeah, I think that one of the interesting things about Monetary was when our first year, we wanted to show that there was value in the content. There was value in the connections and the networks that we were creating. And so we charged a modest fee 4 tickets. And we didn't, like, this wasn't an opportunity for us to make money off of this event.
Just to pay the event.
Yes, but what we ended up doing was we ended up taking the proceeds from the ticket sales and we gave it back to our community. We gave it to Pi 515, which is a nonprofit organization that helps refugee students learn basic coding skills. So the first year we were able to give back $5,000. Last year we were able to give back $20,000.
Then so that sounds like 40,000 this year.
Whoa. Yeah. I mean, that's just a way in which we live our values. We believe that inclusion fuels innovation. And the more diverse ideas, experiences, and people that we can bring to have this conversation, the better our entire community and ecosystem will be.
I think that's very interesting. I think it's, we call it Monetary Event by Dwolla. Just searching
yes.
When is going to be, is it Monetary?
MONETERY.com.
And it's going to be on next year now, isn't it?
Yep, May 21st and 22nd, 2020.
Okay. All right.
In beautiful Des Moines, Iowa.
We're going to be sharing the link for everyone who's interested.
Great.
Go, and you're going to have a lot of pieces. This is just done on the spot. We don't do any but this is very interesting what you bring into everyone. And I think is it for everyone who's in fintech or anything related?
Yeah, so it's not just limited to fintech. There definitely is a fintech focus given we are in the payment space. However, it is completely open to technology entrepreneurs as a whole. I believe we hosted in our offices over 100 meetings between startups and VCs, and we made those connections. And I mean, the gamut of people who participated was everything from local ag tech, so technology that is focused on agriculture, because in Iowa, we're a big agriculture state, as well as InsurTech. We are also have a lot of insurance companies in Des Moines, to even biotechnology. And so it really was a very unique diversity of different types of startups.
Hello. One question I have, because this has happened to us. We do have events, we have a meetup, and we have the Facebook group, but sometimes don't you feel that it distracts us a little bit from our, I want to say from our objective, key results, but from going to, sometimes if we don't achieve, at least myself, I don't achieve my sales, but I'm doing the Facebook groups, the events, it's like, I shouldn't be doing them. I don't know if that's happened to you.
Oh, it can. I think that the way in which you can tie revenue for the business is measured in a few different ways. One, you have to have a rock solid infrastructure on tracking. And so everyone, if your CRM is Salesforce, then you need to have the appropriate campaigns tied to the appropriate attendees. And so tracking is incredibly important. But also there is another measurement, and that is your reputation. How does hosting this event, how does it impact your reputation? Does it show that you are truly a community builder? Does it show that you are invested in giving back? And if you say these things, and if you don't follow up on saying these things, your reputation is ultimately harmed. So there is that reputational factor of, okay, we recognize that this may not actually drive revenue for us, or we may not be able to track it, but we believe it's worth the investment because of the positive impact and how Dwolla is perceived in our community.
Do you think it's based by intuition sometimes, or is it based by metrics that we cannot really measure?
Yeah, so I think that there are a few things that we also do for monetary. We invite people who are currently in our hiring process. We give them a free ticket and say, this is who we are, and if you would like to attend, here's a complimentary ticket. I can tell you that 2 of our employees have been because of their experience at this event. but also we measure everything.
Yeah.
So
Let me just tell
our
you that this is the one. I don't know if you read,
yes.
I guess you did.
Oh goodness.
And I
Yes.
am terrible at reading. I do audiobooks, and this is Measure What Matters. I think it is my night. This for the last 1 week and a half. This has been my day-to-day life.
You know, I will say we ruthlessly measure everything, and it really
Oh, I hate
honestly,
it.
it's
No,
it's
you're right.
great.
You're right.
It's great because we take a look at really 5 different metrics. One is, what is the value? What is the value to the company? What is the value to the pipeline? So looking at those reputation as well as sales, what is the volume? Is this driving leads? If so, how
Writing
many?
everything. I think it's
Yep.
such important, guys. Get your pen because this is how Dwolla has been growing for the last few years. All right, guys.
Like the next is velocity. How fast are they coming in? How fast are they converting? And then we also look at efficiency. When we do spend, how efficient are we spending for that dollar? And then what is the effectiveness? It doesn't matter how big your pipeline is, what your
Mm,
volume is, how fast they're going if they don't actually convert. And so, how effective are we from top to
mm,
bottom? And we measure every single stage, the conversion on a monthly basis. That way, we can say, hey, what's going on here? How can marketing help? I believe that marketing can help at every single stage of the entire customer lifecycle, from the time that they are a prospect and never have heard of us, all the way until they are happy and satisfied as a Dwolla client. It is incredibly important that we show how we can help contribute to that.
is the example of what Andrew Grove gives about the eggs and the bar and the toaster and the waiters? I don't know if you heard about
No,
examples.
I don't know that one.
I'll, I'll, I'll share you, I will share you the video from YouTube. He explains how a bar with the eggs. Well, it's a long story. It's
Okay.
super. But what you're saying, it realize it, and it's funny that the relation and the velocity and it's so many factors. Sometimes we are 10 people here in Barcelona office, and sometimes we believe we can do everything by intuition, but I don't know, it will change when you are 100. Intuition doesn't work anymore.
Oh, gosh, no. Gosh, no. I mean, these 5 metrics that as marketers we measure, we have measured since the beginning. And we track on a monthly basis. Well, we track it daily, but we evaluate progress on a monthly basis. That way we can see, are we trending up? Are we trending down? Or are we trending flat? And these are early indicators because marketers, we are up to 5 months ahead, depending on how long your sales cycle is. We are 5 months ahead of everyone else in the organization, especially at the end of the sales pipeline. And so if we're seeing an indicator here that maybe our volume isn't where it needs to be, we will know that that will hit us in 3 months, 5 months, or whatever that lead to close time period is. So it's very important. We can actually become the predictors of future success if you track it on a regular cadence.
I love what you're saying, and I think we will have to continue on. I think in the next steps, I would like to hear one of the books that changed your life.
Of
And
course.
if you want to share any growth marketing technique that it really have make a difference to Dwolla.
Of course. Well, I think the easy one is like the number one growth for Dwolla has been as the marketing team, we have amazing people. And without amazing people on the marketing team, but also across the organization and us all understanding the same objectives and goals, we have engineers writing marketing content. If they didn't understand that helps drive the business, they wouldn't do that. And so we truly have an amazing team, which does make marketing a little bit easier across the organization. And my favorite book,
doesn't have to be business related, anything, just business, personal.
I would say that not necessarily any specific book, but I'm a big science fiction fan, so I love
The best
anything
one. Just the
space.
best one.
I love anything space. okay, so I love science fiction, anything that can get me to escape this world. But I would say one of my favorite
What is the
books
book that
is
really
The
makes you
Hobbit.
think?
The Hobbit.
Oh,
It's not
really?
science fiction, but it is fantasy, and it can take you to another world.
I love it. I love it. Stephanie, thank you very much. I think it's a pleasure to be speaking to you. Hopefully we'll see you in a few months down if we come to the monetary event.
Yes.
And if you come to Barcelona, guys, we will be very happy to host you in our office. And if
Thank you.
Do you?
I very much appreciate it.
Okay, it's a pleasure. Thank you very much, Stephanie.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You
Bye.
too. Bye bye. See you soon. Bye bye.